An active shooter drill for teachers and staff at Newberry United Methodist Church Preschool conducted by Indiana State Police.
I think they all were very emotional, knowing that this could happen.
Teachers look on as the shooter enters open classrooms and fires round after round.
I had never really heard gunshot like that before. And when he turned the corner and went down the hall, the echo of it, and knowing that there were more children and more classrooms that were going to get hit.
The preschool director reached out to Indiana State Police Sergeant Todd Ringel asking for the training.
We want our building to be as secure as it possibly can be for all the little ones that are put in our care on a daily basis.
In this type of facility, like many, they're unsecure. And it's really important for everyone that works in a daycare center to have a plan, be prepared, and make sure that they're protecting their children.
And it was a moving experience as teachers discovered some gaps in security.
What could I possibly do? Knowing that had I been in my office, he'd already shot in there. So what could I possibly have done?
Sergeant Ringel says an active shooter is looking for easy targets, but shares a powerful statistic.
You know, we've looked at over 160 active shooter situations, and to the best of our knowledge, we have not been able to find one person that was killed behind a locked door. So one of the most strongest message that we try to send is the importance of keeping doors locked.
Sergeant Ringel was able to show teachers the best place to hide kids in the classroom and suggested having an object of some kind that could be used to fight off a shooter.
If a person is trying to get into your classroom, you have to fight for your life, because if that person gets into that classroom, they're going to kill you and all your kids.
If faced with an active shooter situation, Sergeant Ringel says do something. The worst decision you can make is not making one at all.
You know, if you're in a situation and you hear gunfire, remember to run, hide, or fight.
After the drill and presentation, staff say they will improve security at the preschool and pass these lessons on to the students.
That, I think, has been a big hesitation for all of us, because we don't want to put fear into the kids' hearts, and we don't want our parents to be fearful, but I know that that's something that we have to do.
And while it was an emotional experience, staff say they are better prepared.
We can go forward with this now and feel better about what we're doing for protection for our kids.
3, 2, 1.
Some came with a plan to win.
You're going to have to be burping for the first eighth of a mile as you run in a circle, and in the last quarter you got to sprint it.
While others were there to learn.
It's our first time, so we plan to learn and then take what we learn and run another race and try to win it.
Brewfest weekend kicked off with the first ever Brew Mile. Runners ran a mile while chugging a beer before every lap.
You see me throw up there?
One of our SWRCA employees brought the idea. He's a runner and he had seen it online and was just really taken by it and thought, you know what, we have an awesome brew fest, let's add a brew mile. So here we are.
With around 150 people running in the Brew Mile, organizers say it's a huge success. The money raised from the event goes right back to SWRCA.
Our mission is to keep the seniors and the older adults in Evansville and the tri-state area at home as long as possible.
For some people running in the event, they say they're taking this race seriously. With their eye on first place, they began training months ago.
We've been practicing. We've been doing it for the past 2 months ever since we heard about this. He's completed every time way ahead of me, and I haven't finished a few times.
You got to train hard for it.
Yeah.
Kind of blew up out of nowhere, really. Just saw some storm clouds roll through, and then the wind picked up, and I saw some trees blowing about halfway over and limbs flying everywhere, trash cans falling over.
Strong storms moving through the Evansville area Thursday afternoon left a large amount of damage across the city. On Herndon Drive, a large tree fell in one man's yard.
I was really worried that maybe something had happened to the house because I couldn't really see.
After the storms cleared, Matt Ogg was walking his street helping neighbors clean up debris. He didn't think twice about helping his neighbor clean the tree from his yard.
Good friend of ours down here, he's got a dog that walks the neighborhood named Penny that everybody loves, and he's just a nice man, and we're going to try to help him out by cutting that up.
Soon, the whole street joined in.
Probably be best to try to come out and try to help somebody, and it was nice because a gentleman earlier in the red, he had He had really done a lot to help out anyway.
They tell us seeing neighbors do what they can to help isn't a strange sight on Herndon.
I try to do it every time that I know somebody needs help. It's a close-knit neighborhood. We all talk. We say hi to each other. We ask how our day's going. So when somebody needs help, we're going to reach out.
Reynolds says their older neighbor Don has shown nothing but kindness for his neighbors. Now it's their turn to return the favor.
And so it was just really nice to see how everybody came together for especially somebody who's not necessarily in a position to have to want to do that by themselves.